we got class tuning, okay? So I've been away a lot of this week. I'm just getting back into it right now. I am very curious to see what has been done. These notes are hot off the printing press, so let's read them. Let's see what we got here. All right? Class tuning incoming November 29th. We continue to closely monitor data on class performance in-game as well as player feedback. With scheduled weekly maintenance in each region, we'll make the following adjustments to classes that are over and underperforming in group content and PvP. Death Knight. So I just got absolutely slapped in the face by a Frost Death Knight. Like literally, this DK just won every single game. Yeah, so this is actually kind of crazy. Aberrus, the Shadow Crucible 2 set. The damage of your next Frostworm's Fury is increased by 4%, was 5%, okay. The effectiveness of Frostworm's Fury is reduced to 25%, okay. They nerfed the tier, I guess. Howling Blast damage reduced to 10%. Chill Streak can bounce 3 additional times, okay. The chance to proc a bonus effect increased to 35%. So they buffed their 4 set and nerfed their 2 set. Chill Streak damage increased by 10%. Obliterate damage increased by 8%. Enduring Chill, chance to bounce increased by 25%. Piercing Chill damage increased to 12%. Oh my god, man. All right. Frosty K damage buffs. I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm scared of Frosty Ks. Now, I kind of changed my tune. I literally just got farmed by Frosty K. And apparently he just farmed Absurger's lobby 6-0, 6-0. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. They buffed Obliterate damage and they buffed Chill Streak damage. Pog. All right, Resto Druid. All healing increased by 3%, but not applied in PvP combat. Shadow Priest. All damage increased by 5%, but not applied. And I bet the Shadow Priests are pissed about this one. All right, Affliction Warlock. All damage dealt by you and your pet abilities increased by 6% and not applied in PvP combat. Oh my god. So they didn't do Resto Druid healing. They didn't do Shadow Priest damage. They didn't do Affliction damage. And they didn't do Destro damage. That is sad for the Affliction Warlocks and Destros, man. That's crazy. All right. Now we go to the PvP specific changes. What gets buffed and what gets nerfed? Who won the lottery, ladies and gentlemen? Havoc Demon Hunter. Chaotic Disposition talent now has a 33.33 chance, base 7.77 chance, to increase damage by 4%. Base 17% in PvP combat, providing the same average damage bonus with light. Wait, what? Is that like a that? Okay, so Chaotic Disposition procs more often, way more often, but the damage, like the okay, so it's gonna be the same average damage but less one shot. So yeah, okay. I don't know. I'm still horrified, but I guess we'll see. Feral Druid. Regrowth healing is now reduced by 20% in PvP combat, was 43. So they actually buffed Feral Druid regrowth healing. Okay. Evoker Azure Strike damage increased by 40%. Time stop, PvP talent cooldown reduced to 45 seconds. Oh my god. Oh my god. Time stop and chrono loop are now 45-second cooldowns. That's pretty crazy. Like, they just keep lowering the cooldown on them, lowering the cooldown, lowering. Was it like 2 minutes? They'll sync up better with teammate offensive CDs to counter enemy offensive CDs. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. All right, augmentation, upheaval damage reduced by 10%. Eruption damage increased. So they nerfed the one shot a little bit and then buffed the consistent damage of eruption. Dream Flight healing increased by 100%. Mana regeneration now reduced by 5% in PvP combat, was 10%. So they buffed the mana of preservation. So preservation has better mana now. Okay. Priest, all healing increased by 6% in PvP combat. So they buffed Holy. They buffed Holy Priest healing. They buffed Preservation Evoker mana regen and a little bit of their healing. They swapped around some of the damage for Augmentation Evoker. They buffed some of the PvP talents for Evoker. They buffed Feral Druid healing. They made it so Havoc Demon Hunters are a little bit less one-shotty with luck, but more consistent damage. And then Frosty Ks are getting some big changes as well. And I just got slaughtered by a Frosty K. I got absolutely slaughtered by a Frosty K. I actually can't believe how bad I just got owned by them. Do you guys think that this is going to be enough for Holy Priest to be good? 6%? Like, I don't know how sunk Holy Priests are right now. Like, what do you think? Unless the tier is good, it's not going to do anything. No, Holy Flash Shield doesn't heal. It needs to heal. I felt like Disc with Penance didn't heal. Read the 4-piece. It's actually insane. You got killed because you didn't listen to Ambrosia while fighting the DK. Yeah, maybe true. GG's. You effectively made him believe Frosty Ks are busted. Well, I mean, so don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I feel like this is important to say. I feel like overall, Frosty Ks are obviously very gimmicky, okay? They have a gimmick. And in some situations, when they can't rely on that gimmick, it feels like you can't win. But in other situations, that gimmick is really overpowered. Like, it's really broken. Like in that last lobby we just played, it felt like the only win condition was just every single game the druid just died. There's 2 druids, and every game the druid just got gripped, stunned, and stranged. And he had to freak out and use every single cooldown, and then it happened again, and he died. You know? So Frosty Ks have a gimmick. It's not like I don't like when people pretend that like, oh, Frosty Ks are underrepresented right now, but in the situations where their gimmick is good, it's actually really stupid. It's broken. I mean, Frost from Wrath of Legion, rip when it was fun. Yeah, I'm not saying it's fun or unfun or anything like that, but I'm just saying there are certain situations where the gimmick of Frosty K is really broken. That's not like, yeah, I don't think that's an outrageous opinion. One more thing that I wanted to point out about the changes that are coming this week is we just got a huge, massive list of changes. So I don't think it's realistic we're really going to have like, 100 PvP changes week after week after week. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's good to let a few things. I actually think it's good to let a few things settle. And also we get tier next week too. So it's like, it's hard to know exactly where everything's going to fall and what it's going to do. So I just think that's one thing that's worth noting. I wouldn't freak out like if your class didn't get buffed or something's still OP. Like let's see what 4 set looks like, and then hopefully we'll get some more changes after that.